You're tuned in to the Brand Ambassador Select Podcast.
With your 20 years of experience, I want to start from the beginning though. When you look at resumes and cover letters, is there something specific that pops out to you that makes you say, this is the candidate that I think I'm going to pass along?
That's a really hard question.
Maybe I just want to know because, like, you know what I do? We were actually talking about this before we got on the Zoom call, and it's do they look at all those things as a recruiter? Do you look at every single thing on the resume? Do you look at the cover letters? Like, what is actually the protocols these days? Because I have no idea.
The truth is, I think most recruiters don't read cover letters unless the resume is good.
Okay.
So if the resume is excellent, you would make the time to read the cover letter. If the resume is not good, you don't bother. And again, another statistic, this one's from the Harvard Business Review. Most hiring managers will look at a resume for an average of 8 seconds before deciding if they're going to look at it longer or put it in the no pile. So you've got 8 seconds to make a good first impression. So I guess the thing that I would advise is to really stay away from super generic bullet points. So one of the examples I often use is, if you're a sales representative, for example, don't put things on your resume that are obvious for that role. So don't say sales representative, responsibilities, bullet point, calling on customers, managing a sales territory, selling products. That's every sales representative in the entire world. So what you want to do to make your resume stand out from others is put as much quantifiable information as you can in the shortest period of time. So if I was a sales representative, I would make my first bullet point something along the lines of managing a geographical territory from Alabama to here with 572 customers and an annual sales revenue of 1.2 million. Budget was 1.2 million and I achieved 1.5. This is what I do. These are the numbers and here's where I've overachieved. Bullet point 1. Even at lower level roles, if you're going for a retail role, don't write serving customers, smiling, write these were the KPIs we were measured against. This is how I performed.
And when
Does that make sense?
Yes. So when we got that process, now say you have the interview. What advice and tips do you have for when somebody actually sits in front of that recruiter or that hiring manager? Is it frowned upon if I cross my legs? Are you going to tell me that I'm closed off? I don't know.
Well, I think one of the most important things to do when preparing for an interview is to do your preparation work and actually spend time thinking about what your answers might be to potential questions. So for our viewers, we've got a YouTube channel. It's Path to Promotion. So type in Path to Promotion in YouTube and you can have a look. We've got a whole bunch of free resources there for people, particularly around how to prepare for interviews, how to answer interview questions, how to sit, how to stand, what to wear, what not to wear, all of that sort of stuff. So it's hours of content. But my big highlight points would be 1, you've got to prepare. So that's sitting down with your resume and really looking at what are the things you did and how did you do it and what were the results that you achieved so that you can spin them off nice and smoothly without stuttering or having to think for examples. And you really need to have a look at the job that you're going for and have a look at, what are they looking for in this person and what might they ask me? And then practice, sit in front of a mirror and practice. It feels awkward, but the people who look and sound the best on the day are often the ones who are hired. And sadly, that's not necessarily the person who's going to be the best employee. It's the person who interviews best. So as a recruiter, I think it's my job to often teach the client not to choose the person who looks and sounds best in the day, but to look for evidence. But most hiring managers only hire once or twice a year, so they're not very good at interviewing. So it's up to you to be as polished and professional as you can in the interview to help you get that job.